This is the July 2025 video edition of the Iowa General Fund Monthly Revenue Memo. My name is Eric Richardson, Senior Fiscal Analyst for the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, the nonpartisan support agency of the Iowa Legislature. This video will cover Iowa Net General Fund revenue for cash year 2026, July 1st through August 1st, and I will also provide information related to the close of fiscal year 2025. July 31st is the due date for tax returns for several tax types, the two most significant of these being quarterly individual income withholding tax and monthly sales and use tax. The monthly due date for May 2024 sales tax was post-dated to July 1st, 2024, since June 30th fell on a weekend, while June 30th, 2025 fell on a weekday. Therefore, for purposes of this month's report, there are actually 2 months of sales tax revenue deposits accumulated in the general fund in FY 2025, compared to only 1 month in FY 2026. In addition to the sales tax due dates, the receipt pattern is significantly impacted by the tax deposit process implemented by the state in November 2021. This process continues to complicate income and sales tax deposits that are not initially classified as to the type of revenue deposited, and because a significant amount of non-general fund revenue can be held in the general fund immediately after motor fuel tax due dates. These calendar and process issues make revenue comparisons through the end of July difficult, and therefore the comparisons used here are through August 1st, as the large majority of revenue issues have cleared the accounting system by that date. This table shows Iowa net general fund revenue through August 1st for fiscal years 2025 and 2026. The revenue decrease for the period totaled $232 million, a 24.3% year-to-date revenue decrease. Individual income tax decreased $109 million, or 24% over the period, likely due to the income tax rate decreasing to a flat 3.8% as of January 1st, 2025. Meanwhile, although the $106 million decrease in other taxes since July 1st seems substantial, the decrease is due to structural issues surrounding deposit processing between July 2024 and July 2025, as the standard June 30th due date for monthly sales and use taxes and fuel tax was pushed to July 1st last year, creating a large decrease in suspense account deposits in July 2025 compared to July 2024. This chart shows other tax gross deposits to the general fund from July 1st through August 1st for each of the past 22 years. The chart shows relatively little movement through FY 2022. However, the introduction of the suspense account in November 2021 created fluctuations beginning in FY 2023. During FY 2023 and FY 2024, there were negative balances after the first business day of the fiscal year, July 1st, due to a withdrawal of suspense account funds from the prior fiscal year's June 30th. However, due to June 30th, 2024 falling on a weekend, due dates for some tax types, including monthly sales and use taxes and fuel taxes, were extended to July 1st, 2024, creating a large positive balance in the suspense account of $71 million on the first business day of FY 2025. With the monthly due date returning to June 30th, 2025, once again there was a large negative balance of $126 million in the suspense account on the first business day of this fiscal year, July 1st, 2025. As discussed in the June video memo for last fiscal year, FY 2025 revenue growth was a negative 7.1%, below the revenue estimating conference projection of negative 6.1% for total net receipts without transfers, as the cash year ended June 30th. Fiscal year 2025 deposits and refunds continue to be processed. However, certain transactions may have a negative influence on the closing of the accounting books for FY 2025. While it does appear at this time that FY 2025 revenue growth remains below the REC projection made in March, final revenue calculations will not be available until October. To summarize, the year that just started, fiscal year 2026, is currently showing negative growth for the year. However, while this situation may point to a negative rate of growth going forward, the growth in July 2025 is partially rooted in how the calendar fell in June and July of 2024. The August 2025 report will provide a better guide for fiscal year 2026 analysis. We very much appreciate your time and interest in Iowa General Fund revenue. Goodbye, and please be sure to check out the next monthly video memo that will be posted in early September.